Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Lockdown. I've got Rajeev with me. You've seen him on MMA Roundtable.
What's up, people?
Yeah, and he's here on Lockdown. Extremely lucky to have him. We had a certain plan of what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
Things changed because of a recent article which came out on this website called BJJ Eastern Europe, which is one of the top news websites for grappling and MMA in the world. And it was again for both of us, we also train at the school and we've been training at Crosstrain for a while. It was quite disheartening. It was disheartening to see fake black belts being given out. And again, I don't want to take any names. I don't want to mention anyone. If you've read the article, you know what we're talking about. But I think this time we just want to talk about a little bit about what Jiu-Jitsu is. Why we are so passionate about it. Why the whole community has come together on this very incident, and what we can do to make sure we preserve that sacredness of that sport.
Of course.
So, what are your thoughts on it, bro? When did you see it first? And
I saw it today, bro. I saw it today when I was just browsing through the internet and I got a Facebook feed about this article. I was like, what's happening? And I read the complete article and I was in utter shock, first of all. I mean, because unlike other martial arts, which I have no idea and I'm not going to talk about, BJJ is very, very sacred, at least in the community that we have. I know I cannot talk about any other gyms, but for cross-training it is very, very sacred. I've been training here for almost 3 years. And after winning 4 competitions, I have 4 stripes. I'm not even a blue belt. Yeah, so when somebody just hands out blue belts as if it's nothing, and people who can't even tie the belts properly. I mean, if you're trying to hand over blue belts, at least try and make it genuine. If somebody's trying to slander you, they're not trying to slander you, they're just talking about what people in India are like. So it reflects bad on the entire martial arts community, bro.
yeah.
Then people will stop taking us seriously in SFN. Even if we try to represent ourselves abroad in any of the martial art competitions, people are not going to take us seriously. You can call yourself 7-degree black belt or 8-degree black belt or coral belt. People are going to say you're nothing but a fucking white belt. That's what I think. Very, very disheartening, bro. I mean, you've been talking about, bro. I mean, you've trained us. Sid, when he started this school, I think he had a vision. I mean, I'm just talking on his behalf to train people in genuine martial arts. And that's what we believe in as his students. What we are proud of is the heritage or the legacy he's trying to create here. He could easily handed out belts if he wanted to. I mean, just so that he could make his gym look very, very cool, as these people in the picture or the article are doing. But he said no. I mean, he didn't even promote people, even though he's a purple belt. Apparently, we were talking to Ivan yesterday, a black belt that comes from Italy, a world champion, European champion. He said someone below a brown belt has no authority in giving anyone any kind of stripe.
Based on IBJJF. So IBJJF is the global governing body. Most people follow IBJJF's rules. Most competitions follow them. So anything less than brown belt should not ideally be given. And I think if you're purple belt or you're high level blue belt, you might be able to if you have a black belt overseeing the program. If he's coming down, he's looking at the students. So there might be exceptional cases, but usually, a blue belt should not be able to give a blue belt. Like I am a purple belt, I should not be able to give a purple belt. So that's wrong, and I think it's a bad representation also of our country as a whole.
Absolutely.
I was just reading the comments that came down on that article. A lot of, obviously, it has Americans commenting on it, South Americans commenting on it, and the whole thing was, oh, this thing, it's very common in India, it happens every day.
Yeah, I read a comment, absolutely, bro, like, the best fakes are made in
India. I read that one as well, which is really, it's really painful because we've been going through the grind, man.
Absolutely.
We train hard every day, we're going abroad, we're sending our students abroad to train, we're getting black belts in for seminars. So when someone says something disparagingly about India, it's about all of us who train, so we take it quite personally. And one of the things we've also tried to do, as you said, is to preserve, the legitimacy of the Jiu-Jitsu in India.
Absolutely.
If you ask me right now to name some of the good schools in India, I can easily give you the names right now. And probably once the article is done, I'm going to write down a list of all the good schools in each city that I know of. I don't know every single one, but I've competed in a lot of tournaments. I've met a lot of people, so I can genuinely put down what are the good schools in each city, so you can figure out for yourself if your school falls into that or not. And it's not to say that if you're not on the list, you're not good enough or your school sucks. It just means that this is a point to start.
Yes.
You know, you can start training now. If you've been a black belt in taekwondo or karate or high level kung fu guy, it's not to say you'll never learn jiu-jitsu. It just means you don't know it yet. Start training.
Absolutely.
Life is long, man.
Absolutely. I mean, we were going to do a topic about a very beautiful subject called fitness above 30.
That was the original topic.
That was the original topic. But like Sid said, I am in my mid-30s, at least a step after my mid-30 today. And I've been training here for the last 3 years. A lot of people who are much younger than me, much younger than me, are coming here and training with us, but we are competing together as brothers. You know, and there are some women also who are coming in. So the integrity of this amazing phenomenon that we know as BJJ has been preserved. At least I can vouch for Crosstrain.
Sorry, I had interruption. Sorry about that. But you know, coming back to the point, Jiu-Jitsu is a community. You know, everyone who trains in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu sort of gets along with each other.
Absolutely.
You know, I'll give you an example. When we went to Combat Carnival last year to compete in a tournament, we met this team from IJJ.
Absolutely.
You know, and it's like we never met each other. We didn't know who they were, but at the end of the competition, we knew each other because we fought each other.
We fought each other.
You know, it's same mindset, same way of approaching training, same philosophy, and that is what it is. It's very easy to find authentic BJJ schools. Just when you go in and you talk to a couple of people, you figure out who they are and what to do.
Absolutely, absolutely. And this, especially this bunch of people, I mean, you guys would know, I would suggest the viewers to go to Facebook, find BJJ Eastern European, and just read that article. I mean, you'll feel sad first of all. You'll not be angry because, I mean, we are beyond angry right now. We are disappointed. You know, when you're angry, you just want to chuck things. But when you're disappointed, you want to just leave everything and sit back. So it is very, very disheartening for the whole community, the martial arts community. We have wrestling, we have boxing, we have other kind of martial arts that are doing very well. But again, BJJ is very, very nascent today, bro.
Yeah,
You agree? I mean, it is such a niche thing, but it is one of the most beautiful martial arts that you can learn. And people like like Sid, the guys from IJJ, the guys from Mumbai and Calcutta. I won't name the gyms, which we'll talk about later. But these guys are fighting. They are wasting their money. I'm sorry to put that word as wasting, but it takes a lot of money for people like Sid to go to UK or to Thailand on a regular basis just so that they can learn properly, come back and teach us that stuff. You know, so it's a lot of effort, and it's a lot of their effort being just ridiculed by this bunch of fools who are just distributing blue belts as if it's a piece of candy in a candy store. What do you think, Sid?
Yeah, bro. I mean, one of the things that you know you spoke about is the effort. The effort that you put in on the mats. If someone doesn't want to put the effort, if someone is happy running a McDojo, you know, and making money out of it, he doesn't want to put in the effort and learn it. So he wants to make a quick buck. So, for example, if tomorrow I want to sell my soul to the devil, I can start charging people 20,000 for a blue belt. I sell 10 in a month. It's 2 lakhs a month. I'm sorted, man. But the reason why we're doing this is not for the money. I would not have left a good cushiony job to come back and start something which is not going to make, you know, it's not for the money. We're not doing it. You're not here making money. I'm not here making money. We're actually losing money coming up. But it's all about respecting the sport, falling in love with it. We are very passionate about it, man. And not just we as in we. I mean the entire BJJ community. Absolutely. I can talk about some of the top guys. Like if you talk about in Delhi itself, you know, you got Warriors Cove, really hard-working grapplers, really good grapplers. There's Jahangir, there's Ashwin, really good guys. In Bangalore, again, if you look at, you got Rohit, you know, who's running IJJ, absolute savage. You got Rama Reddy, who's a brown belt, who's set up who's left the US, come back, started something here. ICSA is another really good gym. In Bombay, you've got Jitendra Khade's Evolution team.
Absolutely, that's a beautiful gym.
Guys like Chaitanya, you know, working really hard on it. In Chennai, you got Elio's gym. There's also, I think, a Combat Kinetics another gym. Okay. And then in Calcutta, again, there are a couple of good gyms, Alpha Omega.
Yes.
And a bunch of, I think, Krotos is coming up. So they're really good gyms. And then again, forgot Northeast. You know, this Cruz Samuel is running a good tight operation as well. And then in Bangalore, there's another one I forgot. So there's a lot of them. So again, I'll write the whole list down of what I know. if your academy's name is not on it, don't worry. Give me a message. We'll add you on it. If you know if you have a good program. It's not to say that you other guys are not good. It's just when we see these guys regularly in competitions, we can sort of assess their level and also the lifestyle. Assess what level it is.
I think our viewers, if for the people who are watching and who do not practice this martial arts, once you start practicing this particular martial art, it's not like any other martial art that I have practiced. We do a bunch of things over here. It's an MMA club. Crosstrain is an elite MMA club in Delhi. Okay, so but BJJ is a beautiful community actually. It's a community within a community where we are family. The BJJ is the thread that ties us together as family. It breaks our egos first of all, then it makes us brothers, then it becomes a beautiful that you cherish every day, So these fools, what they're trying to do is insult each and every one that Sid named. They've insulted every gym that Sid just named and the other gyms who are training hard, going abroad, putting in a lot of effort, mat time plus money. Traveling to the US or to Europe or to Thailand is not cheap, my friends. And doing something that doesn't give you as much money as maybe another dojo where you have 500 students or 300 students or 200 students. Crosstrain is a very, very small, well-knit machine. But people here are genuine martial artists. They're not here to make money, they're not here to do anything, just because they love this martial art. And Sid has been pioneering this in Delhi as far as I know, because I'm a student. I've been a student for the last 3 years and I've learned a lot. But because I've grown at Crosstrain, and when I see such idiotic things happening around me, it just pisses me off first of all. And pisses me off, and then I get disappointed about the world looking at us as idiots. I mean, Indians are always considered to be inferior to a lot of people doing a lot of things. Everything else. I mean, and we are giving them more fodder. Aren't we, Sid?
Yeah, we are. And it's a shame because we have so far everyone I spoke about has done a good job in keeping the sport pretty clean. Now, if you look at the state of, say, karate, karate, again, I'm not a karate guy, I'm not an expert. From what I hear from a lot of the karate guys is that the sport has become very political and has become, not a sport which a lot of people want to get into. Jiu-Jitsu has stayed out of it until now, and I'm happy that the entire community has come together and they've raised their hand and said, this is wrong. We don't want to have this setup where blue belts are being sold. And again, who's giving the blue belt? Who's giving the blue belt? A blue belt cannot give a blue belt to another person. You need to be someone who's in a position to give out, promotions. Black belt, no problem. Brown belt, no problem. Purple, if you have permission of a black belt, still okay, still sort of workable. Okay, blue belt, promoting someone to his own level. That's.
I think viewers need to know. Sid, could you illustrate how BJJ goes about promoting its people? How does a white belt become a black belt, and how long does it take?
So average, it's a very famous quote online which says, someone asked I think it's on Yahoo or on Google, they asked, how long does it take for an average person to get a black belt in BJJ? The answer was, an average person does not get a black belt in BJJ. That's it takes forever, it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. I think the average globally would be anywhere between 8 to 10 years. It could be lesser, I don't know, but roughly 8 to 10 years is what, when I speak to people, that's the average I get. And that's a really long time. It's a really long time. In 8 to 10 years, you could become a doctor twice.
Absolutely.
Starting from scratch. So there's a lot of commitment to it, which is why for us it really hurts when someone gets a blue belt in a day-long seminar. Well, that's what it was, a day-long seminar, which was half a referee seminar and half was BJJ seminar, and people were handed out belts. So it was really hurtful to me personally also, because I see you guys, man. You guys have won all the tournaments. You've traveled all over the country, competed. And to see you guys at 3 stripe, 4 stripe, and then someone goes in a day, a karate guy, and he gets a blue belt. It's painful. Yeah. I feel disappointed because I can't justify to myself why I used to a white belt when those guys are blue belts.
Absolutely. To my viewers, to our viewers, to this podcast viewers, I just want to tell you people. I mean, blue belt for me right now is like winning an Oscar. I have my speech ready, and I'm not kidding. I have my speech ready, and you have to watch a good ceremony where a white belt is being given his first blue belt. I've seen my friends here. We have genuine blue belts. We have Sadiq, we have a monster called Rajeev, we have Beast, and we have a few more, Gaurav. I mean, when they first got their blue belts, they were on the verge of crying. And I'm not exaggerating, my friends, because it was a validation for all the work that they've done right here on these mats. They've been injured, they've had to make sacrifices. Beast travels from somewhere close to Sona.
It takes about 3 hours to get to the gym, and then 3 hours back.
Rajeev travels in a metro every day. Sadiq, he's an architect, and he leaves work at 7 so that he can come at by 7:30 or 8 and train every day.
So
like a
Sadiq actually quit his job because he had to make it for class at 8:30, and his office people weren't leaving him. So he wanted to train grappling so badly, he actually resigned from his office. He said, I have to leave for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I need to be there. And again, Sadiq was one of the guys which, you know, if you guys are familiar with him, he's one of the best guys we have. He's a light guy,
absolutely.
And he chokes you in things you don't know. But he's made so many personal sacrifices, man. He's left so many things. He's quit his job. He comes morning, he comes evening, and absolutely phenomenal. So I think that hurts. When you make so much effort and you come.
I mean, we are white belts. We are white belts. Imagine a state of affairs that we are looking up to that blue belt. I mean, it's difficult for us to touch. I've never touched a blue belt, and I brought it closer to my waist. I mean, it's an insult to that belt, because when Sid tells me that, oh, Rajiv, you're very close to your blue belt, I said, no, bro. At least 6 more months, minimum of a lot of grind right here on the mats, getting choked every day by my friends and my brothers, trying to choke other people and get better, learning from Sid, learning from our coach Ivan. And when I receive my blue belt, I want to tell myself that I actually deserve it. And when I actually think that I deserve it, hopefully my mentors like Sid and Ivan will tell me that, okay, Rajiv, you're a genuine blue belt. And anywhere in the world I go, nobody's going to question me. If I go to the Gracies, to some of the top BJJ academies, or anywhere in the world, they will not question my integrity or the integrity of my blue belt. That's how we train at Crosstrain, and that's how it should be anywhere. And these fools are making a fool of themselves, and they are making a fool of us also, of gyms like us who've been working our asses off to keep that tradition alive. You know, and so it is very disheartening, and they are being penalized. A lot of people will be talking about that the enemies are trying to slander these huge political guys who are trying to bring in the culture of BJJ. It's bullshit, first of all. Nobody's trying to do more for BJJ than the person on my right here. Sid, I know him personally. I cannot talk about the rest of the people. Maybe they are doing their work. But people like Sid are working their asses off so that we become genuine BJJ practitioners. I don't know about belts. Forget belts. We get better. As a closing, Sid, what do you think should these people expect from the BJJ community in India? Should we just boycott these idiots?
No, bro. I think we have to understand the fact that mistakes happen from everyone. Everyone makes mistakes. I just want people to know, the people who are guilty of it, to realize it was a mistake and start afresh, man. I mean, we're not, we're not the police who's going to go to their home and say, get out of the house and what have you done. Shit happens, you fuck up, it's fine. Everybody wants to put food on the table for their family, so understand the scenario, why they did it, what. But, the question now arises, we as a community need to stay together, we need to stay tight. If you guys are running an academy, if you're white belts, don't get discouraged, guys. Keep training, it will come. Shortcuts, like this.
There are no shortcuts.
No shortcuts, bro. When you get an authentic blue belt, you'll be an authentic blue belt. It's not a race, you don't have to come first. Eventually you will get it. One of the famous sayings which I'm going to talk about before we end is, if you keep training throughout your life, then the longest belt you'll ever have will be a black belt. You train for 40 years, you've been white to brown for 13 years, you'll be a black belt for 30 years. So you'll be a black belt, if you keep training for the rest of your life. So don't worry about it. That's more or less it, bro.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Our viewers, thank you so much for watching this new podcast that Sid has started. It's called Lockdown. It's a beautiful initiative by Sid. We'll be talking about a lot of interesting subjects in the near future. Just catch him out, give him all the thumbs up, share the videos, like them, comment on what we should do or he should do and bring forth for you. We also do our MMA Roundtable. Check us out there. Check our gym at Safdarjung Enclave. We train here. Check out our website, crosstrain.in, and give us a shout. Thank you, guys.
Cool, guys. Thanks a lot.